Welcome back, my friends, to the channel, and in today's video, guys, we are eating good because we once more saw the disgusting face of gaming journalism with Wuchang Fallen Feathers. This is just absolutely amazing. So what's happened is that the game has received a ton of good reviews, but as always, there are some reviewers who are very annoyed because the main protagonist is attractive. It's an attractive female character, and because they are angry that the main character is not an ugly Hulk or some sort of like, I don't know, weird combination between female and male, and like this sort of like androgynous, kind of body type, and it doesn't have the androgynous body type that these journalists really want because they have these amazing weird I would say preferences, right? They are angry, guys. Look at some of the reviews, are absolutely amazing. So we have Xbox Era. It says the following: gorgeous visuals, fantastic soundtrack, finely tuned combat full of options, an intriguing story that earns its endings. Difficult but fair, but cons, Gooner-approved. That's right, that's the main issue here, guys. It's Gooner-approved. What does that mean? There's many layers of meaning behind just this particular sentence. There's a lot of layers here. There's a lot of layers. Basically, they're saying that they are angry because straight males will enjoy this game. And because straight males will enjoy this game, the journalists are really angry that yes, straight males are having their way. Let's look at this review here as well. This one is from The Gamer, of course. The Gamer is very unhinged, very like leftist in their reviews, and we can see it just with this one. Wuchang Fallen Feathers review: cowfully disappointed. I mean, cowfully, sorry, my bad. Cowfully disappointed because the main protagonist has big proportions on her breast, and because of that they are very angry. So we have the following here. This is the problem, a 3 out of 5. And why? Why is it mediocre for them? I mean, the impetus of repository is clever and offers endless experimentation, a handful of excellent boss fights, but far more boss fights that are either too easy or brutally unfair. Why, you don't like boss fights? Sorry, go away. Confusing semi-open world segments that are difficult to navigate. Well, I mean, that means that you really struggle at, navigating in the map. But this one is really the big issue here. And again, it's a negative point. They reduce the score of this game because of this. An uncomfortable and tasteless depiction of women. It's like, guys, I mean, this game is in China, okay? This game is made in China. In China, DEI does not exist. In China, queer ideology does not exist. They see male and female as the traditional view that has been seen in the world for the last 20,000 years after the Ice Age. Do you get my point? What do I mean by this? Very simple. They like to showcase attractive characters. If you're playing with female characters, of course they're going to showcase attractive characters. I mean, are you kidding me? Why would you not, right? And yes, I mean, the developers are pretty smart. They know what they're doing, of course, because they know who is the main audience. The main audience for this game is straight males. That's the truth. As simple as that. Some of the outfits in Wuchang Fallen Feathers clearly show that the developers have cultured eye for fashion and feminine aesthetics. That's right. We have IGN. Wuchang Fallen Feathers is yet another great Souls-like to add to the ever-increasing pile, featuring excellent combat, wonderful level design, and incredible skill tree, and fearsome bosses. So somehow IGN hold themselves up. They hold themselves up, and they didn't botch it. They did not botch it. It's amazing how these guys did not botch it, and they actually said things how they are, and it's impressive. It's just impressive that they've actually said, you know what, the game is great, the game is good, the game is fun, the game is awesome, and yeah, you should definitely buy this game if you like Souls-like games. And even in the review, like, look here, right? in the cons. Let's just check the cons first for IGN if they do have it. There we go here. Great. So yeah, Wuchang of Feathers is yet another great Souls-like to add to the ever-increasing palette, featuring excellent combat, wonderful level design, an incredible skill tree, and fearsome bosses. Just watch out for some steep difficulty dips and spikes, and a reliance on cheap-feeling gotcha ambushes. I mean, that's in any Souls-like games, right? Yeah, I mean, is it just, of course, I mean, yeah, there's going to be moments where, there you're gonna find some of these annoying enemies, pesky enemies, but that's in every Souls-like game. That's part of the experience, because effectively what the game is trying to tell you, that the world is unfair. Like Souls-like games is trying to educate you to the point to say, yes, the world is unfair, you will find unfair things in this world, you gotta adapt and get good. That's the whole point, right? And I love this fact. I love the fact that, you can definitely do that. You can adapt your gameplay style. Apparently you can like refocus your character and your skill points. You can basically move them around as much as you want, which is really awesome. Same as like in the last game we which is released very recently, the first Berserker Kazan. Like the first Berserker Kazan, you could respec your ability points fairly easily, and your skill points, as in your stat points, effectively you could also reset them quite nicely, because you could just buy some of items which were quite available. I mean, at the end of the game I had like 15 of those, like some sort of like a special item to kind of reset your stats if you really need to, but this one is more skill based, so all these skills can just be basically assigned, deassigned, and it's really cool because you can kind of make lots of builds, which is really important. So nonetheless, guys, this is the part that is just incredible. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just hilarious, right? I mean, let's see what people are saying on the comments, which is great. They blocked me, oh brother. Gooner-approved. I wonder how they felt when Rouge the Bat was included in Sonic games. Ha ha ha, they turned the game off and walked away in shame probably. God forbid a woman be attractive in video games. Oh no, for a journalist, that's not good, guys. Because of what? Because of this. Because you have an uncomfortable, tasteless depiction of women by showing attractive women. So by showing attractive women to journalists, they feel very uncomfortable. Apparently they have sweaty palms. Most likely they also maybe had some sort of panic attacks, most likely. Maybe some of them threw up, I don't know. But apparently game journalists are allergic to attractive characters in video games. And this is the proof. It's crazy. I mean, look at this. If you thought that was cringeworthy, wait till you hear about Pokemon Auras getting points taken off for too much water. They gotta get attention somehow. True, good bait to have people read the article. What does this even mean? It means the reviewer is scared of pretty humans. Gorgeous visuals, Gooner-approved. Yeah, this reviewer can never appreciate anything, can they? Yeah. It's like basically, bro, you basically gave the game a 10 and then dropped points for something that doesn't matter at all. Yeah, personally, I agree that society needs to start shaming Gooners again. Yeah, right? There's nothing Gooner about attractive characters. Wow, that's just pretty. Man, they are insufferable. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? It just goes to show, guys, that, yeah, journalists have literally lost the plot. Journalists have literally, at this point, we can officially say that the gaming journals have lost the plot. They don't review games based on what the games has to offer. They review it based on their political agenda and their view of how society should be, and based on that view they remove or add points to a game. Because if this game, if the main protagonist would have been a trans character with muscles and with jawline, right, and Adam's apple, right? What score would the gamer give? Let me just ask a very honest question. Pretty sure they would have given it a 4 out of 5. Most likely. That's 99.99% would be the case. But that's the problem, guys. That's an issue. And this is why we will not trust gaming journalists. That's why gaming journalists are going to extinct. And if you're a gaming journalist right now watching this video, shame on you. Shame on you for defending this sort of behavior. As gaming journalists, if you are a truly honest game journalist, you should be calling this out as well. as a journalist and say, no, this is unacceptable, this is not what should be happening, we should never review games based on our own perceived agendas and political inclination of genders, or how a person should appear, or if from your point of view, if it's tasteless character design because you believe it's tasteless. Do you understand that? That's not acceptable. That's just crazy, right? Some peak outfits in Wuchang Pollen Feathers. As you can see here, there's lots of good outfits and stuff you can apply to your character. Clerical robes is really cool. I mean, yeah, they've definitely done a good job in character design, man. I mean, they're awesome, and there's, you know, the armors for everyone. Like, that's the thing. You can literally like do whatever you want because this is the cool thing, right? But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. The game is also like #1 on sales. I mean, yeah, Counter-Strike is always going to be #1 because it's free to play, right? Obviously. But in terms of sales, the game is #2, right? It was #1 basically in terms of actual sales. So yeah, it is great. It is great, guys. It is great to see that we are winning again, and Wuchang Pollen Feathers again once more showcases something that is so obvious and so interesting about this, is the fact that gaming journalists cannot, for the life of them, they cannot give an honest review without being biased towards their political agendas. And look at this one. Also, one more thing before we finish, they've actually changed their review on Xbox Series. Now they added a second one here, which is called occasional hitches after teleporting for a few seconds. So yeah, apparently because, you know, this was the only negative point, they felt like this was a bit like, you know, weird, so they had to add something to criticize the game, and they added this afterwards, because this at the beginning it actually wasn't there. As you can see here, it was not there, right? Because the white line would be here. So then they've literally added it, guys. They added another con just because it felt just very unhinged just to add this one only in the game as a negative point, and they had to do something about it because it was just getting ridiculous. Nonetheless, guys, that's it for today's video on this one. Once more, we are seeing the quality of journalism, and when these people will lose their jobs, right, and they will shout to high heavens, and they will basically blame gamers, and they will say like gamers because they're bigots and whatever and other stuff. Remember these things. Remember these reviews. Remember these pathetic, cringeworthy, unhinged reviews of these people who they would rather put in front their political agendas than actually be honest about the game themselves. And that, from my point of view, is just utterly, totally pathetic. Pathetic to a T. That's it, guys, for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next one. I'm looking forward for this game because the game looks just pretty damn awesome, amazing. And as always, I shall see you later in the next videos. Bye.